careless mistakes, not paying as much attention as I thought I was. That was the first one that I wrote down on that list that I read in the last video. One of the most common, as far as I know, signs and symptoms of ADHD. The example that I had was when I was younger and still in school, and I'd be doing my math, and I was 100% positive that I aced that test, and it was all super good, and if I made any mistakes, it was maybe 1, maybe 2, and that's it. And then I'd check it, and I found out that I barely passed. Over and over and over again. That happened all the time. I thought I was so smart and I was doing so well and all that stuff, and then I'd find out that I barely passed it, and I'm like, they clearly marked it wrong, there's something wrong with this whole thing, it's all rigged. Or I'd be doing my math and I couldn't understand a question, it just would not make sense to me, and I'd walk into my brother's room, my older brother, and ask him, and as I'm reading the question out to him, I'm like, never mind, before he even said a word. It makes perfect sense now. I don't know why I couldn't understand it before, because it makes so much sense now. I'm just an idiot, etc. Stuff like that. And I think I've come to realize careless mistakes, it's not that they're careless, it's more silly little mistakes and whatnot. And I think the problem is sometimes, when I legitimately feel like I am concentrating so hard and everything is making sense, it's kind of like you've heard that saying, in one ear and out the other. My brain is definitely working hard. I'm sure it's working hard, and that's why I'm convinced that I was concentrating hard, because guess what? I probably was. I just wasn't concentrating hard on what I thought I was concentrating hard on, because no matter what's happening, there's all kinds of stuff happening in here, and what translated from here to the paper is not always what I thought was translating from here to the paper. I thought that I was doing the math, and then I was concentrating on the math and understanding the math and making the math come out of my head onto the paper, and it was probably 50 other things, probably some story or some idea or some feeling or some picture in my head. I don't know about everybody with ADHD, but I'm my brain seems to focus the best on emotions, like music and pictures, not words. Not the left side of my brain. Mine's very much right side oriented, and I don't know if everybody with ADHD is right side oriented, but yeah, if it's pictures and music versus words, it's the pictures and music my brain latches onto, and that's what it goes with, and words just kind of go in and out. I'm hearing them, but I'm not really hearing them. I'm reading them, but I'm not really reading them. And I think this is touching on a few other things that have to do with ADHD, but I'm not sure. I'm filming this really quick while my sister walked out. I'm not really awake right now, in case you couldn't tell. But yeah, the whole careless mistakes, it's because I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I'm not really connected to the world around me at the moment, maybe. Probably. I'm definitely not. But the thing is, that's why it's frustrating for ADHD people, because we legitimately thought we were paying attention. We thought we were focused. We thought we were acing that test. And it only turns out we weren't, because we weren't actually focused on what we thought we were focused. We weren't doing what we thought we were doing. We were actually thinking and focusing on something else. Who knows what? Because it was probably either something that we've been trying to process for a while, or something that just came up in the middle of whatever. Who knows? But it obviously wasn't what was right in front of us. Careless mistakes. See ya.